Thank you. If you're tuning in early today, the first item on the agenda is opening up the landscape bids, and we actually have 5 of them. So do you want to
I'm going to slice.
open those? Pam didn't want to see me pull my jackknife out and open the envelope, so. So the first one is from My Leaf Landscaping LLC. They are out of Stratham. The mowing and trimming price is $525 per mow. The spring cleanup is $1,750. The fall cleanup is $2,825, and they did give a pruning price. It's $1,500. And they do have references. The next one is Kyle E. Taylor Enterprises, LLC. Kyle is from Exeter. He did this before. I apologize, I'm just trying to read. He made some notes on here. So his mowing price is $550 per mow. Spring cleanup is $2,750. Fall cleanup is $3,750. Pruning is $1,500. The next one is from All Natural Landscaping. That is our current contractor who's been doing the work. His mowing and trimming price is $500 per mow. Spring cleanup is $1,650. Fall cleanup is $2,800. And he did give us a pruning price also of $3,000. Is this, no, it isn't the last one?
Next to last.
All right. Next one is from FMG Enterprises of New England, Inc. They are out of Lewiston, Maine. So their mowing and trimming price per visit is $1,820. Their spring cleanup is $8,500. Fall cleanup, $8,500. And pruning, $11,500. And they also have provided us with references. And the last one is from D&J Landscaping. They are out in Plastow, New Hampshire. Their mowing and trimming price is $480 per mow. The spring cleanup is $1,600. The fall cleanup is $2,750. And they did provide a pruning price of $2,900.
What was the spring cleanup?
$1,600. Did you want the other ones, or you good?
Well, I think only all natural and maybe...
No, I mean the other pricing.
I don't care about the pruning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we haven't awarded the pruning to any of the bidders
For a few years. Who was that?
This is FMG Enterprises of New England.
Oh, no, I'd say he's out of there.
And you got Jonathan's
I didn't write his down yet.
all natural,
It's 500.
500 per mow, 1,650 for the spring cleanup, 2,800 for the fall cleanup, and then he did provide a pruning price also, $3,000.
Saw the pruning price on the FMG of New England, 11,500. It's a lot of pruning.
There's a lot of pruning down there.
I know.
And then Kyle Taylor, did you have Kyle's? Or?
No, I didn't. No.
So Kyle Taylor, for the mowing price per mow is $550. Spring cleanup is $2,750. Fall cleanup is $3,750. And the pruning is $1,500. This one is My Leaf Landscaping LLC. Do you have that? So their mowing price is $525 per visit. Spring cleanup is $1,750. Fall cleanup is $2,825. And they also provided a pruning price of $1,500. There was one company that requested a site visit. That was the FMG out of Lewiston, Maine, which I met with their person and we did a site walk. So what is your pleasure? Or discussions?
So we're looking at just doing the mowing,
No,
mowing and cleanups, but not pruning.
correct.
Okay.
And you know what, I don't know how many of them actually read the pruning specs, because the pruning specs are very detailed.
Right.
And nobody has ever contacted me to go over the pruning, other than FMG. They had a copy of the spec sheet, and we talked about everything that was on the bid specifications, so. And we haven't actually, is it Jason? Jason Short?
Huh?
Your son? Jake?
Jake.
Jake Short did the pruning the last time, and we've only done that, we've only been doing the pruning every other year, every 2 years.
Right. Okay.
And it's all done naturally, it's not done with hedge trimmers,
Right.
so, before I would allow any of those guys to prune, or we would consider that, I would definitely want to meet with them if that's the way we want to go. But Jake did a good job. I went over things with him, and we will need to address the pruning again. Either, well, probably in the spring before everything buds out.
You don't want to do it in the winter again?
Oh, we could do it in the winter.
You know, while things are dormant?
Yeah, we could do it, or in the spring.
I'm just thinking before people get really busy.
Well, I say spring, I'm thinking March,
Yeah.
but, yeah, no, I would want to take care of that before things got popping again.
Yeah.
And there's a brush pile, not to get off the subject, but there's a brush pile. I don't know who's been collecting the sticks and brush as you go in the Water Street entrance when the fence takes a jog towards the Academy parking lot. It's a pretty big brush pile right there, so I'll try and get down there at some point and haul that off, but somebody's been collecting a lot of sticks. I don't think it's Jonathan that's putting them there, but I'll double check that.
If you want me to pop down, I can put it in the truck or trailer so I can do it.
I can
Okay.
bring my trailer down, and it'll.
You have a bigger trailer than I do.
Yeah, it'll be a load. It'll be a load, but
Well,
I have a little trailer.
in that case, my sister sent me a photograph this morning of, I think it was the hawthorn, the one that you can rock the whole
Yeah.
tree.
Is that broken?
It finally split. One side came off of it.
all right, that needs to be cut. Again, we don't need a tree guy to go in and do that.
No.
I can.
I can do it, or you can do it, or Darius can do it, doesn't matter.
Yeah, when I get down there with my trailer and address the brush pile, we can
Yeah.
cut that.
If you'd
Boy,
like-
that's lasted a long time, though.
Would you like some help?
I will get a hold of you.
Okay,
All right.
that's fine.
Okay.
So just to recap, Taylor Enterprises is $550 for mowing. D&J Landscaping is $480 per mow. I think F&G Enterprise is coming from Lewiston, Maine. I can see why they would charge $1,800 per visit. It's quite a ways of distance, cover their gas, all that good stuff. So I think that's a very high bid. Jonathan, and then we have My Leaf Landscaping at $525. So all the mowing bits seem to be in order. Spring cleanups, they're not that far apart, and the fall cleanups are not that far apart either, with the exception they're high in Taylor. So, and looking at this, I don't know if we want to change who we're working with, other than going all natural landscaping. But if I had to pick a second, would most likely be D&J or My Leaf. So I'm open to either three.
To me, it really just comes down to John and, or All Natural, and D&J. My Leaf is, they're all pretty close, but My Leaf is $100, $200 more for the spring and fall cleanup, which isn't that significant. And the mowing, they're all within $45 of each other. But he is the highest of the three. And then, our Jonathan's 150 spring and fall cleanup more, and $20 a mow more. But in my mind, he's a known quantity. He does what's asked of him. I'd come down on that. No sense switching horses for that small amount of money.
I concur.
So does somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we proceed with all natural landscaping for the bid, and I'd like to thank everyone else for their submissions. And
Yeah, they were fairly bunched.
Yeah.
It was good to get that many, and have them kind of confirm where we're at, because they're all pretty close to each other.
All righty. So it's been moved and seconded. Was there a
There wasn't
second?
a second.
no, I made the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for keeping me straight.
Yes.
So it's been moved and seconded that we are going to stay with all natural landscaping. Any further discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye, opposed? It's a vote in the affirmative, and I so declare it. Pam, I will,
Put that with.
can I,
Darius
well,
does.
actually, should I give these back to you and then I'll stop in and get them and contact everybody? Or do you want me to take them and contact everybody and then bring them back?
It's up to you. Do you want me to take them and hold on to them and have you come in?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure.
So the order one's on top, everyone else is separated by a twist and turn.
Terrific, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome, thank you.
All right. So now we'll get we'll get into the rest of the meeting. Introductions to my left, and I probably should have done this first, but to my left is our Vice Chair, Darius Thompson. On his immediate left is our Select Board Rep, Nico.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Afternoon.
And on my right is Dave Short. How are you today?
Fine, how are you?
Good. And I'm Dwayne Staples. Public comment?
Mark's not here yet.
Yeah.
If we get it done before 5,
Time change.
I was going to say, if we can get done before 5 o'clock, we're,
I was going to say, I didn't send him a special text or anything, so, but he usually keeps up with that. Approval of the October minutes. Did anybody note any errors or omissions?
No.
Neither did I, so
Motion to accept the minutes?
second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the October 15th minutes. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote in the affirmative, and the minutes of the October meeting has been approved. I kept the coastal resiliency update on there, but I wanted to put out, there is a public meeting, or Darius, why don't you put it out? Because you're the rep there, sorry.
That's okay. So I'm going to turn my laptop around, and this is actually an item for discussion. We're going to have a public input session for enhancing climate climate resilience in Swasey Parkway. Public input session, December 1st, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Seacoast School of Technology at 40 Linden Street here in Exeter. Additional information will be available to come into the entrance to the room that we're going to use. But what was discussed at the meeting was if I would be willing to bring up to the trustees, they would like to put up like a yard sign that says this right here, which says, and I'll turn it around so everyone can see.
Oh, yeah, what was on the,
Right, so I don't know if you can zoom in on me, or if you can see this, but this is what it looks like.
where do they want to put that, at the Parkway?
At the Parkway and the entrance, a couple places, because we do not have a kiosk, which I won't go into further detail about that. But I think it would be good to inform anyone that's down at Swasey Park that we're going to have a public input session to solicit their feedback on the proposals. There's nothing been set in stone, but to get input from the public to see how we might be able to be a little bit more enhance our climate resilience in Swasey Parkway.
I'll make a motion that the coastal resilience advertising be granted for Swasey Parkway.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Vote in the affirmative.
So we'll let Kristen know, and then we'll work to get those placed as soon as possible.
Yes, thank you. And, I mean, thank you for stepping in, because I couldn't attend these, but this is all part of that, from that initial meeting that we met at Pease, so to gather input and all. I will not be there, but hopefully, I think my wife is going to try and go, because this is important.
I'm going to go.
And it was important, too, on that kickoff meeting. That was something that the people that did that kickoff meeting brought up, that they want to make sure that there's public input on all of these grants. So,
And one other item, too, is that there will actually be a survey that's going to be put out as well. So please share your thoughts, and we're going to get out to various stakeholders, but if you find a link to the survey, please complete the survey. In addition, for those that may not be able to attend, this information session will be recorded. So it will be able to be played back for anyone that's not available to attend in person.
will
So-
it be on, like, Exeter TV?
Exeter TV, yep.
Oh, good,
Yep.
good.
So,
Dave, you had something that you want?
Well, there's also going to be breakout sessions, so it'll be,
Correct.
audience participation also. They won't just be sitting there listening to people,
Oh, great.
yep.
so.
That was interesting when we did that, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So, all right. I look forward to the feedback and all. The next few items are just, or the next couple of items are just placeholders, the update on the turnaround, but we've said that nothing's going to happen to that until we work through this coastal resiliency program. Tree pruning and removal from Unitil. I don't know if that's
They haven't
been
done
done.
it, they haven't done anything yet.
I have some other clients that they've marked some trees along the right-of-ways, and they haven't got to those either, so I don't know. It could be a while before they get to those.
Oh, God, no.
So, yeah. All right. The next item on the agenda is the Moreau's bench bequest terms. I sent that to you guys. So what Mr. Moreau's is looking for is to know if the trustees are going to accept the terms, which is really his specifications for taking care of the tree and the bench and the signage that's in the lawn there in front of the tree.
Can we show this?
Well, there's a lot.
No, just the
There's a
image.
lot of pictures.
Okay.
He has sent pictures along with the letter.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you've read the terms, and I'm going to make sure that I get these terms to Daniel so that they're recorded in the minutes. I've had a conversation with Corey, the financial director, about all this too. So what I would like to do today is for us to vote to accept the terms. I will get the terms to Daniel so that they are recorded in the minutes. And then once that monies come to the town, they have to be accepted by the select board. And then the trustees, and this is where I want to make sure that we do this correctly, the trustees in the future will have to make sure that these terms are listened to, and the work is done down there. Again, I know the contractor who's taking care of this now, he's there like once a season to get everything squared away. Mr. Moreau's has been the one that's kind of weeded, in amongst the stone that's in amongst the pavers and kept
He's
the
down
bench
there
clean.
multiple times a week.
Oh, yeah. So, do you have any questions on the terms?
Nope. No questions.
I do.
Okay. I've got the letter here, so.
Yeah, no, I just,
No.
I mean, it's a very generous offer, and all that sort of thing. But it seems like to lock up a lot of money for something that's going to cost, I mean, you could, for $50,000, and if you're collecting interest, the interest alone would pay for the work, even if you were getting pennies. And I just wonder if he would entertain, I'm not sure how you'd structure it, but if he'd entertain, I mean, the whole point is he wants to preserve the memory of his son, and honor him, and whatever. If there's something that could be down there where you could actually utilize some of that money on a more significant scale, while at the same time still incorporating the memory of his son into that, and ensuring that what he's requested here takes place. And I've been thinking about it, and I haven't really, the tough part is the ongoing care, ensuring that, because, the board's constantly evolving, the town's constantly evolving, so to ensure that the work continues to take place.
Well, and again, in talking with Corey and and the select board chair, I think that if the trust gets set up, the terms or the specifications, what he wants to do, it's similar to the way that Ambrose Swasey set up the original trust. It's all in there, as to
Oh, yeah.
what the money should be spent for. So,
That does raise one question for me, though. Is it something that the trust would be structured in a way that there's always a value there and there's any interest in that we could take care of the maintenance?
Yes.
So that goes into perpetuity?
Well, I think, didn't he say that any surplus interest after expenses would go into the general?
no.
So that's just going to continue to grow and sit there? Because I think.
Correct.
I think you'd be challenged to spend the interest.
No, any income that isn't required for the care gets added back to the principal of the
Of the trust?
of the trust.
Okay.
It's similar, actually, it's pretty similar to the way that the Parkway Trust is set up and has been set up.
Yeah, I just
So,
hate to see that sum of money tied up and just sitting there basically doing nothing. I mean, it's his choice, obviously. And I'm not trying to say that it isn't. I'm just wondering if more could be accomplished with it.
well, you would have to go back and talk to him about that.
Talk to him, yeah.
But I think that, the bequest, what he is going to leave in his will is just for the care and maintenance of his bench, the granite marker, and the tree.
Was there any urgency on his part to get this set up?
He wants to try to get this done so that he can finish setting up his estate.
So there's no time to talk to him? 'Cause I've talked to him quite a bit in the past.
I have only emailed him. We've emailed a little bit back and forth, but
No, when I first went in, he would, call me with requests for different maintenance type stuff and pruning. It's a very important, see, Doug, it's a very important thing to him,
oh, yeah, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
And I think it's great. Well, anyways, that's just my thought, that there could be a higher and better way to structure this thing. But Nico, you got any thoughts on that?
Not off the top of my head, but I agree with what you're saying. I mean, obviously, it's his decision.
It's his
how he
choice,
wants to-
yeah.
How he wants to donate it, and it is incredibly generous, but I do see your point that it's.
I think his gift could have a greater
Exactly,
impact.
Yeah. But that'll see, how do you broach that?
Well, would that be,
With a phone call.
would that be, would that be something that we would leave up to Corey to?
No, I don't think that
No,
would be. I mean,
okay.
it's got to be one of you. I mean,
Okay.
I don't recall ever speaking with him. If you want me to, do you have a relationship at some point?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it would be a good opportunity to say, we're appreciative of the donation. Is there anything else you might want to consider to have more of an impact, and lay out
while still
honoring your son?
Yes.
That's paramount. but you might have a bigger impact on other things, so that there's always the money there to take care of what you want to take care of, but that's going to generate extra interest. Is something you'd like to do with that in conjunction to this location?
Do you want to reach out to?
Well, I'm
Mr.
just thinking
Morales?
of, from a timing standpoint, if,
I mean, again, he in his email to me, he's trying to get his estate
Yeah.
finished, so
no, he's a very detailed guy, and he,
absolutely is.
yeah.
But I think to relieve his concerns, you start off with, look, based on how we've calculated this, like, we are going to honor, what you're trying to accomplish here and remembering your son and all of that. But I think if you relieve the concerns that there's always going to be money there to do that, but in the same time, there's going to be a significant sum that we could do something maybe more to enhance the park or honor, just maybe starting off with relieving, like,
Yeah.
we're not trying to, we're going to honor your
And
wishes.
and if he dismisses it, then
That's right.
drop
Yeah,
it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What about just in the interest of time, then, making some sort of motion pending the outcome of the discussion with him, that we could have Dwayne sign off on the trustees before our next meeting? I know we do that on
So you-
conservation.
Yeah, you could entertain a motion to accept the terms of the donation, pending
A follow-up conversation.
a follow-up discussion, regarding various ways in which the money can be used, and authorizing the chair of the trustees to ultimately
To
sign.
Yep.
You could do that, and then in January, you're not going to meet next month, right?
We normally don't meet in December.
You don't
Right.
have- so-
That's on the
That's a
agenda
valid
to-
motion to get this moving. You have the conversation with him. You authorize Dwayne. At the end of the day, he says yes or no. You authorize
So
Dwayne.
in a few days,
And then in January, if something changed, and you could always make a motion to accept the final. This is a motion. This motion gets you where you want to be.
yep.
And then, and you may not necessarily have to make another motion in January, but if there's something that, either way, you could do another motion to accept the final terms. So this is something that's,
Or maybe invite him in,
sure,
you know?
yeah.
I'm not sure that he would come in. I think
No, I agree. He's private.
he's a very private.
You can make
man.
that motion tonight to get this moving, authorizing,
Well, my motion would be to make a motion out of what Nico just said.
All right, how about this, and I'll try, ready? I'd like to make a motion to authorize the Swasey trustee chair, Dwayne Staples, to have a follow-up discussion about the potential additional impacts that could be, in accepting this donation, if there's any additional impacts that could be done, or that might be more beneficial in explaining the cost and the care, what you want to have done, we take care of the money will be there, but any additional impacts that might that could be agreed upon in this bequest.
Yeah. That respects his wishes and possibly amplifies them.
I can clean it up if you want.
No, that's,
Do we have a second?
Yes.
yeah, I'll second it.
Mr. Chair, I am not a trustee, and you have a motion on the table in a second, and you could open it up to discussion amongst the three of you, but if I were a trustee, I might want to just amend the motion to, you're not accepting the donation, you're agreeing to the terms, right?
Right, agreeing to the terms, yes.
Correct.
Okay, that's the only,
Yeah,
if I were a trustee, that's what I would say under
Yeah.
discussion.
Okay,
I would like to adjust the motion to,
well, I'll withdraw my second. Do your thing.
okay. I would like to make a motion to authorize the chair of the Swasey trustees to accept this donation,
Accept the terms
set the terms
of the donation.
of the donation pending a follow-up discussion with the bequester about additional impacts that could be benefit from the amount of income that's going to be generated from this donation. That will honor and cover the cost, but it's the additional impact potential of doing something in addition to honor or have an impact in the park.
Yep. Now, before we do that, though, don't you have to withdraw your first motion?
I withdraw the first motion.
Okay, now, what did you just say? I'll
Okay.
second the amended
All right,
motion.
so I withdraw the first motion. Like to make a motion,
No,
making a motion,
Wait.
hold on,
And then at the end, you want to authorize the chair to.
authorize the chair to, right. All right. I'd like to make a motion to accept this, the terms, accept this,
Accept the terms.
accept the terms of this bequest pending a follow-up discussion that we authorize with the requester, that we authorize our chair, Dwayne Staples, to have a discussion about potential additional impacts that could be the result of this request, honoring what the request is and the additional income that would be generated that might have more of an impactful impact to the park and/or his request. And authorize Dwayne to either accept
yeah,
if there's any changes.
I think the intent's pretty clear. So, I'll second that.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's a vote in the affirmative, and I so declare it. And I will contact Mr. Morose, and actually, he may be watching tonight, so either way, we will have communication about this. All right. Next item on the agenda is the Ambrose Swasey Trust Fund. That has come back to Exeter. We have received the funds that were in there from Key Bank. I'm just going to say it was, I don't have the exact figure down to the cents because there was cents. It's about $312,000.
Right.
So there will be an Ambrose Swasey Trust Fund started, and that money will go into there. Now, I have met with Corey and, is it Pat Curtis? Because what we still need to define on this is how much we actually get, and if it's from principal or drawn from the fund, because that was never, that loop was never closed.
Yeah.
So they plan on, excuse me, they plan on meeting after the first of the year, so we'll discuss that and just try and define that part of it.
Yeah.
We had talked about it being the same. I think it's 5% of the income. Is that correct, Darius?
Yeah, it was the income, but we wanted to stay with a base level.
So that's the only thing that we technically didn't finish voting on and adding to that. So
Just a point of inquiry, but the intent was to have a higher level so that we always have something there for the trustees that will follow us.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. There's, again, it's some finite things that we just need to make sure that we all agree and the way that it's going to be written in.
Okay.
So, last thing, well, next to the last thing, any other business? The only question I have is the tree plaque for the birch tree. Is that a go, or?
I mentioned it
Yes.
to Eileen, so
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. Do you want me to reach out, or?
I don't know if she's got it in the works now, or,
Okay. All right. That's all that I had for any other business. Darius?
Just something to consider as we go forth into the next year. Do we want to look, do we ever find out whether we can put a mural on, the block building? Did we get clarification that the block building is part of Swasey Trustees? Because we talked about getting, maybe having an art student do a design or a mural on the side of it.
We have not gotten
Gotten-
definite
Okay.
clarification on that.
All right. Well, I'd like to see if we can get clarification on that.
All right.
well, regardless, I mean, we could certainly do a mural.
Right.
It doesn't matter who controls the building.
I just want to make certain that if it's a town building, we need to get permission from the select board. And if it's not a town building, it belongs to the trustees, then we can take that.
Yep.
So, I would, yeah, I painted the building. There was no issues on the backside of that, and everything's been fine with that. But if it's our if the building belongs to the trustees, then we should be able to put a mural up or have someone do a mural.
All right, well, I'll see if I can't get a
Okay.
final determination on that. Dave, anything?
No,
All right.
good.
Public comment? Okay, sorry. Again, I put the next meeting date for January. We normally don't meet in December, but I wanted to ask you guys before we said we weren't meeting, so.
You can always call an emergency session.
Correct.
And I'm available, so yes,
All right.
if we need to have one. Otherwise, we can meet in January.
All right, so the next meeting will be January 21st, 2026. We will not meet on our regular Wednesday night schedule at 5 PM. And I will let Pam know that,
Okay.
all right? So,
Motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye. Little delayed reaction.
Was that a delayed aye? Okay.
It's a vote in the affirmative. So we adjourn at 4:43.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, guys.
tuning in
Good
to
job.
Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22.